I am so excited to say these next few words, and that is welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I'm so excited that you've all tuned in. It has been a long time coming, but we're finally here. Welcome to my brand new channel. It's called Ktouch, and I am Kemi Fade to be exact. There's so much that I want to talk about. There's so much that I want to show you guys, and it's going to be a channel with a difference. So stay tuned. I have a video coming up, my very first one, which will be a makeup tutorial. It's one of my favorite looks, and it does have a fall inspiration behind it. It's pretty much what I'm wearing now, but the eyes are slightly different and my lashes are a lot fuller. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to repeat in those lashes again, but you'll see why in the video. But anyway, relax, stay tuned and enjoy. It's going to be a fun journey. Bye guys. This is my favorite go-to look. If I can't bother to think about what I want to do, I just go to this look because it practically goes with. But anyway, stay tuned. I hope you like the look. If you do, stay tuned for this video. You're going to see a step-by-step right from the beginning. Bare face, eyebrows, eyes, everything. Yeah. Alright, as always, we must start off with a clean face and moisturized. And then we're going to go in with primer. I'm using a primer by Becca. I'm rubbing this all throughout my whole face and in my eyebrows. That is major key. So taking an angle brush, I'm using Dip Brow by MAC. And I start off at the bottom of my eyebrow and I trace it nice and lightly. And then the same at the top, but I start a third in. And then I just go in and fill it. So at the front, I'm just doing light strokes upwardly. Very light strokes. Okay, so both eyebrows are done. Now I'm taking a spoolie brush and I'm just brushing out the beginning part of my eyebrow to kind of give it that ombre effect. And be sure to make sure there's no gaps in your eyebrows. Brush it thoroughly through. So next I'm taking a thin angle brush. This is by Real Techniques, and I'm using MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NC42 to clean up my eyebrows. So very thinly, I'm tracing the bottom of my eyebrow, and then I'm going to brush the product down. Then I'll repeat the same at the top, tracing it very thinly. Be sure to get as close to your brow as possible. You want them to look nice and sharp and neat. And then brush the product upward. Once you've done that, just go ahead and brush everything down and upward, blending it out. Now taking one of my favorite brushes by Sephora, I'm going to blend it all out. Be sure to get close to your eyebrow and blend out the product all the way down into your eyelid. This is what really defines the eyebrows. You know when you see them halo eyebrows? Yeah, it's because they didn't do this step. So be sure to do this. And I do think that it's more effective than using your finger. So be sure to try it out. So taking the excess product from that same Sephora brush, I'm using it to just lightly pat the beginning of my eyebrow so we maintain that ombre effect. Okay, so now I'm taking a flat eyeshadow brush and I'm using Chocolate from the Anastasia Self-Made palette. And I'm patting this gently in the first crease of my eye. Make sure you pat it out nice and evenly. And repeat on the other side. So taking my favorite blending brush by MAC, it's a 217 brush, I'm blending out that product and I'm taking it just slightly above my crease. So the idea of this is to have no harsh lines. So start off from the outer corner, blend it upward and then bring it in to the inner part of your eye. I'm going to take that same brush because I just don't believe in using 1,000 brushes. I'm going to take the same 217 brush and use Champagne from that same eyeshadow palette to create a nice highlight on my brow bone. I just pat it gently. And then be sure to go back with the same brush with a bit of the chocolate on it and just blend it all out so it's nice lines throughout. So as you can see, my eyeliner is already done on my other eye. So I'm just showing you, it's such an easy process. Just do it bit by bit with your eyeliner. I like to start in the middle, take it to the end, then draw one half of the wing and then connect it. And then just gently do the beginning part. As you can see, I have individual lashes on by the lovely Be Lashful. Check her out on Instagram. So I decided to do my lashes off camera because I won't lie, these are not the easiest to put on, but these are by Vegas Nay and they're called Grand Glamour. So for my foundation, I don't know, with me, I have a love-hate relationship with getting my right color, but today I used Lancome and YSL. I will list the colors. I'm taking a damp beauty blender and I'm just patting this into my skin. Be sure to get as close to your eyebrow as possible and use that same patting motion to really buff it in. Now, I love NARS. It's one of my favorite products. With their concealer, it's the only thing I really swear by. So I'm using Caramel first and I place it under my eyes, the bridge of my nose and the middle part of my forehead. Then I take another concealer by NARS as well in Biscuit, which is a lighter color, and I place that on top of the caramel I first put on. I do this because I think once the two are mixed together, it gives me the perfect highlight color that I like. As you can tell, I do prefer to look a bit more tanned. Okay, so that was the side we used for the foundation. So now I'm going to use the other side of the beauty blender. And the same thing, I'm going to pat the product into my skin. Be sure to get as close to your lash line as possible and really pat it in and take it up near to your winged eyeliner. The same thing, patting it in the bridge of my nose and patting it out in the middle of my forehead. The patting motion really helps buff it into the skin without moving the product too much. So now, as you can see, I'm setting it, and to do this, I'm using Ben Nye in Banana. It's still not my favorite setting powder, but for now, it's doing the job. I am looking forward to trying out Laura Mercier. I've been hearing some great things about it. So be sure to buff it in your chin, under your eyes, the bridge of your nose, and your forehead. I don't particularly like to bake, so I just buff it in and then dust off the excess with MAC Mineralized Powder in Dark. When I'm using it around the highlighted areas, I do it very lightly because I don't want the product to shift around too much. Your foundation and your highlight should look seamless. There shouldn't be a clear, obvious difference. As you can see, I'm using light strokes around the bridge of my nose and under my eyes. All right, so now I'm using a black eyeliner pencil. This is from Lancome. I'm putting this in my waterline, and this is just to create a more defined look. Just makes your eyes pop a bit. It is optional, but I do think it helps pull the whole eyeshadow look together. So using a Real Techniques contouring brush, I'm using the same chocolate color from the Anastasia Self-Made palette, just to create some nice defined contoured lines. I'm buffing it nicely and evenly into my cheekbones. Now I'm using a kabuki style blusher brush, and I'm using Sweet as Cocoa by MAC. And I'm just buffing that over the contoured lines, and I'm taking it up a bit. Everything should just flow into one another. Now time for some highlighting. I'm using Oh Darling from the Christmas collection from MAC. And I'm just going away with the highlight. Bridge of my nose, just above my lips. Highlighting is also a major key. So now I'm going back with that powder brush that I used for my mineralized powder, and I'm just dusting away the excess and pulling the look together. As you can see, there are no lines. Everything just goes one after the other. So here we have Line Prime. This is from the Valentine's Liquid Lipstick collection. This color is called Wicked. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite. And I'm just literally using the brush that it comes with to apply the color on. I typically start in the middle of my lips and work my way through. Around the edge of your lips, be sure to take it very carefully. And I'm using a small brush just to clean up the excess and give it a sharp, defined look. What do you think, guys? All right, so this is MAC's Fix Plus. This just helps give a nice hydrated look. Okay, I'm just looking at myself, making sure everything is on point, pulling that wig forward a bit. What do you think? I do hope you like the look. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And this is my sort of everyday look. It does have a bit of a night element to it, but I love it. I think that you can wear it throughout the day and easily just transcend into the night.